I got a hit from the device you put on Frank Pagani's car, which means he's back in town. Bet he's pretty excited to make your acquaintance.
I bet he is.
Signal's clean so you can take it from here. Just use the tracker I gave you. Catch you later.
Looks like the place.
Working for Marcana used to be a life a gig. My daddy, my uncles, sure they saw some action, but they always came out whole.
What's your point, kid?
Just feels like I missed out on the best times. The golden age.
Don't fool yourself. Golden Age still got a lot of folks dead, one way or another. See Frank when he drove up? Old bastard looks like he's aged 20 years.
Between Castro, the coon, and the 50 G's of bad paper inside, I can kind of see why.
No telling what that nigga's gonna do next.
He's already destroyed everything. If he wants me, let him come. I'll get your boy and get out of here. I got no doubt Fish is cooking up a pot of crawfish for...
Watch your ass! We got action!
Come get me, boy! Down!
See if you still got skills, Frank.
Goddamn Sal. This is all his fucking doing. Got his head so far up his own ass.
Mr. Pagani, you can't be talking like that about Mr. Marcano.
Listen here, kid. My daddy robbed banks for 20 years. Taught me two things. You never snitch, and you stay loyal. But staying loyal is the thing that's gonna catch death for us both. By that boy right there behind us.
Fuck! Reload! He's not letting me move! Don't be pointing at me! Everybody get!
I never did anything to you.
Saw some interesting stuff back there. Counterfeit money, a press. Only thing I can't figure out is a connection to Cuba.
Please. I'm all busted up inside. I need a doctor. I got a wife and 3 little girls.
Yeah, you want a doctor? Then you better tell me something worth hearing.
Listen, what you saw. Sal set all that up. None of the money was worth a shit, though. Had me bring in a man named Alvarez, counterfeiter who works for Castro.
He give you the plates, too?
Plates? I thought you knew. On account of robbery.
Robbery? Marcano wanted the plates from the Federal Reserve. How do I find Alvarez? How?
Well, one of Tommy's guys picked him up. It was 10, 15 minutes before you showed up.
Where are they taking him? Where? Huh?
My little girls.
No. Huh? Fuck!
I've spent the last 48 years pursuing Lincoln Clay because he's a criminal. It's horrible what happened to him, but you know something? I think that when Sammy Ellis and Danny Burke were killed, it revealed who Lincoln Clay really was. A monster.
There you are, lad. Looking forward to seeing where this shite goes.
This here's our first step toward breaking Marcano and taking over the city. I hear what y'all got to say, but I decide who gets the turf. And in the end, my decision is final.
You're gonna hear a lot of croaking about why someone should get this turf. But you asking me to lock down both rockets for you says all that needs to be said. Don't doubt yourself now, son.
I ain't about to beg you for turf. You know what I bring to the table. You would have never called me to it in the first place. So do what you gonna do so I can go on with my fucking day.
I think what my two friends here are trying to say is calling in help to lock down rackets sets a certain level of expectation. You might want to keep that in mind next time, kid. We got a lot of fragile egos here.
Just make it official.
This turf's going to the Irish.
Can't wait to get started on her, on everyone that comes after her as well.
I'll bite my tongue and keep my eyes on the next part of the city. We good, brother. For now.
Well, I ain't exactly throwing a big bash over your decision, but for the time being, I can live with it.
We're done for now. You'll hear from me if I need you.
Look, I gave you some names and I'm paying you to chase them down, so don't give me any of that bullshit. Yeah, okay, just get it done. Christ, sometimes I think if you want something done right. You all right?
The night Sammy was so happy. Happier than I ever seen him. That money was supposed to get him, get all of us out from under Marcano. Motherfucker!
What the hell did Frank tell you?
Marcano had us rob the reserve so he could get his hand on a set of money plates. Georgie must have grabbed him during the robbery. I should have been paying attention.
We already had this conversation. None of this is your fault.
Like hell it isn't.
Sal is a cancer. A leech. He had always intended to fuck all of you. Christ, look what he did to Vito. He murdered your family. The only way to make that right is by killing every cocksucker who's ever looked at that piece of shit.
Give me some of that bourbon. According to Pagani, Marcano couldn't print the money himself, so he had a Cuban counterfeiter named Alvarez brought in. What do we know about SITDOWN?
Tommy Marcano isn't the kind of guy who shits where he eats, so his rackets are pretty low-key. He runs a sports book and has a place where he stores his contraband.
Tommy's got to know that I'm coming after Alvarez, so he's probably got him holed up in or near one of those places. One way or another, I'll get my hands on him. I'll be damned if I let Marcano print a single fucking dollar from one of those plates. Who we shooting?
Didn't you hear? We're about to find ourselves in the middle of a race war.
I've seen you shoot. I think I'll be all right.
Hey, with this fucking rifle, I'm Wild Bill Hickok. So, how's the Padre handling all this? You know, the bloody path of mayhem and revenge you've embarked upon?
Still not happy about it. Thinks you're most likely the devil.
You know, I had a look at his service record. Oh, settle down. I was just curious. He was a medic, but he saw action at Klimbaugh with the 614th. He was credited with taking out 2 Kraut tanks on top of the 16 men he shot. A lot of killing for a would-be priest.
That was different. It was during a war.
And this isn't? Look, I'm just saying, we didn't win that war by worrying about hurting someone's feelings. We won it by bombing the Krauts and Nips back to the Stone Age. Padre'd be wise to remember that.
Yeah, maybe. I'll catch you later.
You're not still sore about me looking into the Padre, are you? Don't tell me you weren't at least a little curious.
How about sending some new wheels to Delray Hollow?
Aye. I'll get her out to you right away.
Here's your car, boss.
Appreciate it.
And of course, good. That's right. It's all about voodoo. This is the Hollow Speaks. Like any other good newborn donation, I do everything I can to avoid the tourist trap that is the French Wall. But last week I found myself down there grabbing a po' boy and catching the show. What I also caught was shots dealing in what they call the real voodoo. Now, I've seen these places for years. Nothing new. But for whatever reason, this time I saw them with fresh eyes. And what I saw was promises of love, money, and 100 ways to keep your dick hard. Like this, kid. Keep that crinkly bag close. Put this pin in that dollar. Easy fixes for all your problems. Except for one little thing. Isn't fixing shit, folks. Only thing it's doing is putting green in the pockets of the shopkeeper. But in the end, empty, pointless. And that ain't the voodoo I know. Voodoo, or as our Haitian family refers to it, Vodou, is a religion grounded in history. It's about connected and staying connected with our ancestors, our roots. Today there's a movement in the holler to reconnect with this traditional Haitian Vodou. Some of y'all might be wondering why.
tell you why I became a priest?
Because of what you saw during the war.
That was a lie. I became a priest because of what I did during the war. What it turned me into. When I was over there, crammed together with all the other disposable Negroes. All the hurt, all the rage I'd accumulated over my life came boiling up, and once it was out, well, you don't want to know.
I doubt anyone's losing sleep over some dead Nazis.
That's not the point. The men I killed, killing them should have meant something to me. Should have had weight. But it didn't. And glimpsing what was buried down inside me, it was too much.
I know who I am.
I know you do, son. And that's what terrifies me. They say the good Lord only burdens us with what we can carry. But sometimes I wonder if that ain't a lie.